Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be teaching how to make a perfect granny square just like this one that lays flat. Let's get right into it. So first things first, to make your slip knot, be using a 5mm hook. I won't be using a magic ring because I don't know how to make a magic ring. So chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slip stitch into your first stitch, to your first chain, make a slip stitch just like this. So you have a space here, a hole just here in the middle here. So chain 3, that counts as our first double crochet. Then work in another double crochet into that hole, working another double crochet into. Keep in mind that you place the tail end on your hook, placing this tail end on your hook, then chain, pulling, and make a double crochet. So you have your first set of double crochet, your first 3 double crochet, 1 2 3. Your first chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So now chain 2, and make another double crochet, put it into that hole, that space there, lay your tail end on your hook and pull up a loop. Another 3 sets of double crochet. So you've made 1, your tail end on your hook, and pull up a loop. Made 2, so another 1, there, so you have 1 set, 2 sets, chain 2. So you do 2 more sets of this, 2 more sets, so you have a total of 4 sets. Remember to always put your tail end on top of your hook, just like this, on top of your hook, and pull up a loop. I'll see you at this end when you have your complete 4 sets. So we have our 4 sets of double crochet, 1 2 3 4. So this is the last one. So chain 2, and instead of making a slip stitch into your first chain 3, we'll do an invisible join. I find that it makes the granny square appear flatter than making a slip stitch. So we'll just get a scissors and snip off this end. Leave a long tail that you can weave in. Pull your crochet hook, pull it through, then into the first chain, into your first chain 3, this one, into this stitch, into this first stitch that you were supposed to slip stitch, put in your hook there, put in your hook to make an invisible join, put in your hook here, then place this yarn, take this yarn and pull through the loop, pull through the loop, pull it, then into your chain 2, the second stitch on your chain 2, insert your hook, place your yarn on it and pull through the loop, pull through. So typically an invisible join will stop here, but in order, because we'll be working other stitches another color, to secure it tightly, we put our hook into this invisible join, the back loop of this invisible join. Take our yarn over and pull through the back loop only, and pull through, then pull tightly. So we'll have our first set. So now we'll take another color. This yarn of our first chain 4 we use to make a hole. You can pull, if you pull it, you see that the hole closes as you pull it. That's because you crocheted with it on your hook as you were crocheting along. So if you just pull, see that the hole closes. So you have a tight hole now, just like this one, just like here. There's no space in between. So join another color now. So for our next round, instead of continue working, this is the front and this is your back. So I like to flip my work to the back, because I see that if you're making a big granny square, if you keep attaching your yarn in the front, it tends to curve. Crochet it curves, goes to one side. So I like to turn my work around to the back side. So this the back. So I attach my yarn not into this place I tied off this one, but into another corner space. Yarn over and pull up a loop. So make one. So chain 3 at the back, turn your work around, attach your next color at the back, chain 3, yarn over and make a double crochet into that same corner space, make another double crochet into that same corner space. So you have 3 double crochet in that corner space. So most tutorials will say chain 2 and work another double crochet into this corner space, but I see that it tends to give the granny square holes over time, so I like to just work a double crochet into here without chaining any stitch. So pull this to the back and place it on your hook, so it just secures it tightly and doesn't disturb your work. So make a double crochet, make another double crochet, Make another double crochet, so 3 double crochet, chain 2, then in the same corner space, make 3 double crochet, another 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3. So we don't chain anything, walk again into this corner space, make 3 double crochet into this corner space, chain 2, make another 3 double crochet into here, just like this part. Same thing you do at this end, and I'll meet you at this point. So we're back at this point. I've made my stitches, I've made my chain 2, I've snapped off my yarn, so I'll just pull through. Then instead of making a slip stitch, I will show you how to make the invisible join again. So in your first chain 3, 1, 2, 3, your first chain 3, into the third chain, insert your hook into both loops. We've inserted our hook into both loops. Take your tail end of the yarn and pull up a loop. Pull it through both loops. Pull it through both loops. Pull through both loops. Then into our chain 2 stitches, insert your hook into the back loop, into just only the back loop, and wrap your yarn around your hook and pull through. Pull through. So typically an invisible join will end here, but just to secure it, since we'll be working in another color, in this chain your invisible join has created, insert your hook into the back loop, into just the back loop. Wrap your yarn, place your yarn on your hook, wrap it around your hook and pull through. Pull your yarn through just the back loop only. Pull it through and secure it tight. That's it. Weave in your ends later. So that's it. So we'll be attaching our next color. We'll be using this light purple. So remember we joined at the back. So now we'll flip our work around and join in the front so that our work will be straight. So insert your hook and take your next color. Take your next color, insert your yarn, pull up a loop. So that's one chain, 2 chain, and the third one. So chain 3, work 3 double crochet into this space, lay your tail end across your hook so that it secures this tight and doesn't interrupt your work while you're working. So make a double crochet, So instead of chaining one, we don't do that. We'll walk into another double crochet, another 3 double crochet in this space here. That's how your granny square keeps getting bigger. So into this space here now, to this space here, you walk 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3. So don't chain anything. Walk into this corner space here, in between your 3 double crochet, into this corner space. You walk 3 double crochet, and chain 2 now. 1, 2. So you only chain 2 in the corner spaces when you are working the corner spaces, and into this same corner space after you chain 2, you work in 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3. So into the next space you work 3 double crochet, into the corner space you work 3 double crochet, chain 2, another 3 double crochet. Do the same thing for here and here, and I will see you at this point. So we've made our last 3 double crochet. So chain 2, chain 2, and chain 2, type of your yarn, maybe a tail long enough for you to weave in, pull through, and into your first chain 3, make an invisible join. So we joined here. For our next color, we'll be using this dark purple. So join into this, start your hook, pull up a loop, chain, and chain 3. Make a double crochet. So wrap your yarn around. Make sure that when you insert your hook into this place, you lay this one flat on your hook to keep it away from your work, so it doesn't distract you when you're working. So make a double crochet. So you make 3 double crochet into this hook. Instead of chaining 1 or chaining 2, just work another double crochet into the next space. So 3 double crochet, work 3 double crochet into this next space. So this is the corner space. So work 3 double crochet, chain 2 because it's a corner space, and work another 3 double crochet into the same space. So continue your 3 double crochet here, 3 double crochet here, 3 double crochet here, chain 2, work 3 double crochet into the same hoop, and I'll meet you when you are at this point. So into our last corner space, we worked 3 double crochet as we began this color. So work in 3 more double crochet into that corner space. That's it, corner space. So 2, and the third one 3. Chain 2 and cut off your yarn long enough for you to weave in. So make our final invisible join into our chain 3, 1, 2, 3. The third one, instead of a slip stitch, insert your hook that into both loops. Take your yarn, wrap it round, and hold it tight, please. Pull through both loops. Make sure you pull through both loops and into your back loop of your chain 2, into the back loop only. Into the back loop only, you pull and into this chain your invisible join has created. Insert your hook into the back loop and take your yarn, pull through, and just give it a pull. So you have your invisible join. So this is our granny square. Have so many ends sticking around. We'll weave them in. So we have your granny square. See, the ends might be curled up a little bit, but you can straighten them, can block your granny square or steam them. So I will just weave in one end so you can see it. So let me weave in this one. So just take your yarn needle, put it under some stitches, thread your yarn through the needle and pull. So I'm going to this stitch here under them and just thread your needle and pull. So you do this just a couple more times to secure it so your yarn is secure and doesn't come off at any point. This is how I weave in my own. You might do your own differently, but that's okay. So I'll just do it one more time. So insert my needle. Thread it and pull through. So I think that's okay now. So snip off this end and just so that's it. So weave in this other end. So I've weaved in all my ends, and this is what our granny square is looking like. This is the front and this is the back. I still have my tail end just because I wanted to show you something. This is the beginning where we chained 4 and made a hole and worked in our first stitches into that hole. So in case you, as you were working in your other colors, this end became loose and the hole, maybe there's a hole here, all you have to do is just turn your work around to the back, pull on this tail end to close the hole tightly. Remember that when you were crocheting this first stitch, you laid this tail on your crochet hook, so it acts like a magic ring. Because I don't know how to make a magic ring, this is how I always do my chain 4 or chain 6 and work it in like that. Then at the end I just pull and it closes that hole. So you can close it if it has become loose, just pull and close the hole just like this one. Can't see any hole there, so I will just weave in this last end. And with that, we have come to the end of this video. So give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to me if you are not yet subscribed for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next one.